Warning! This is an ideal video for beginning players out there. If you're an experienced player, well, you can also learn something on how I make my deck.
Also, TCG Zapdos, he does a very good job as well. Very helpful for newer and experienced players alike, so check him out.
And TCG Zapdos, great shows with episodes and great editing, and if you like the Pokemon trading card game, check out their videos.
If you don't know how to build a deck, check out this video and you'll get it. That you have to look through your collection and try and make it to perfection. How many energies, how many trainers, how many people will entertain us? Follow these simple steps and you'll know what deck card to use next and how to stack your cards. And making decks won't be that hard. If you come bi-weekly and an episode, you'll become better and better. But keep up your guard, because certain people play those random cards and make you say, what the hell is that for? And it actually works and you didn't expect it. You go berserk, throwing damage counters, prizes by flipping the table. Don't be pissed, man, you should have made your deck more stable, because consistency is most definitely the key. Follow me, Zap, who brings you the right strategies. I make your eyes open and see Zap, new videos every week for the community to see. Zap, who brings you the right strategies. I make your eyes open and see Zap, new videos every week for the community to see. What's up YouTube, it's Zapdos TCG here and welcome to episode 82, where we'll be checking out how to make a competitive TCG deck in the Boundaries Cross on format. So the thing you will have to do in order to follow the steps is actually you want to have 60 sleeves like this. So 60 in total. You can get them easily if you can just buy one of those elite boxes. Then you also get some energies and epic sleeves and damage counters. So get 60 sleeves, and a deck box is actually optional, so we're just gonna put that here. The other thing you will need is actually competitive cards, of course, like this. As I got a binder with some really neat cards in there. So we're gonna use this to actually build our deck, and then we also have our trainer cards that are legal. You don't want to have illegal trainer cards like Dark Patch or something. This is just for the standard format for the Boundaries Cross on. So trainers you will need as well, and then in this epic looking Xerneas thing, if I can get it open with one hand, there we go. Wow, that was like magic. So I also have, as you can see, a ton of energy. So I got them actually really throughout the year. They're all holographic energies because I like to play with holographic energies like that. So we have our energies right here, we have our sleeves, we have our competitive Pokemon cards, and then we have our trainers as well. So the thing we are actually gonna do is put away the tin, since we won't be needing it anymore, and we are actually gonna just the thing you want to do is actually, with those steps out of the way, you want to have to look at the competition. What can you expect at your tournament? If you go to a league, you can actually see what players are actually playing at the moment. So a lot of Pyros are being played, Seismitoad, Landorus, yeah, great stuff, Genesect, Virizion. So you have to, in order to decide, like, if the competition is playing mostly Virizion decks, go for Pyro and stuff like that. If you want to see what the top 10 top decks are at the moment are, just check out the previous episode 81, where we'll be checking out the top 10 decks of regionals. But for now, I'm just gonna select one of my cards to actually make a deck with. So we have some really great cards. I actually thank again Manuk for these cards, Landoruses. We have the Seismitoads, which I got from Troll and Toad, so Lucario, really great stuff in here. The thing I'm actually gonna do is play with Garbodor, and now you're gonna say like, Zapdos, this is from Dragon's Exalted, throw it away. Well, not really, because it's a reprint card that got reprinted, and the Boundaries, not Boundaries Cross, is in the Legendary Treasure Shed like this. It has the same name, same ability, and same attack name, and same retreat cost. If they're actually just the same like that, you can use the older version of the card as well. So I'm gonna run a 2-2 line of the Garbodor, so let's just get those sleeves away, and I'm actually always making my decks on my playmat. So we have 2 Garbodor to start out with. We need 2 Trubbish as well. I'm gonna run a 2-2 line of the Garbodor, and you actually have different versions of the Trubbish. I'm actually going to run 160 HP and 170 HP. You also have a better version of the 70 HP, but it's not in my binder at the moment, so I'm going to change that later on. So we have a 2-2 line of the Garbodor. So that's a really great thing, because there are a lot of people playing abilities. So yeah, what else are we gonna play with the Garbodor? We can go for the Seismitoad, but I already made a Seismitoad deck, and this time in the upcoming tournament this Saturday I want to play something different, so I'm gonna test out my new Landorus. So we are gonna make a fighting deck. So 2 Landorus EX is actually a must in this deck because it's really great. You can also go for the Lucario method, but then you'll need a lot of Mewtwo's because Lucario is weak to Psychic. So we already have two of our Landresses and a 2-2 line. I'm actually gonna place it like this. A 2-2 line of the Garbodor. There we go. I'm gonna put them in the corner. Then we have two Landresses. What else do we need? So we can run two Lucario. Why not? Since we're running a fighting deck with Garbodor, why not run two of those? There we go. The last step is actually put them in the sleeves. So right now it's just a regular random sleeve. So I'm gonna put the sleeves and the energies as well on the side. So for more Pokemon, we can go for tech cards like we have Jirachi, but since we play Garbodor, it's not really necessary to run Jirachi. Also, Keldeo is a great tech card if you're playing a certain deck. Yveltal is a really great card. Actually, won in the regionals in the US. A ton of it was being played a lot. Actually, it was dominating the regional tournament. So more Yveltals, Dragonite. So let's see what else we can use. We can have a Lucha. It's a fighting Pokemon, but it actually quite sucks. Another thing you should do is actually in your deck is select which Ace Pack card you're gonna play. Ace Pack cards are really powerful item cards that you really want to use in your deck because they're just so good not to be used. So we can choose between Rock Guard, Dowsing Machine, and Computer Search. I'm actually gonna go for, I think Computer Search is way better since it's quite consistent and it always helps me out in the difficult situations. So we have the Computer Search as our Ace Pack card. I'm gonna put it in the middle right there. Let's see what else we can go for. We have the Raichu as a tech card. Also, this is a really great deck as the Aromatisse deck. I'm actually gonna go for one Hawlucha. It's really great to actually destroy EXs and it has free retreat, so it's great to start off with as well. What else do we need? From the Pokemon, these are actually the random holographics. There are also illegal stuff in here and Japanese stuff. The thing I'm actually want to go for is we also have this one Landorus, which could be great in certain situations to power up stuff. So we're gonna get this one out as well. There we go. Also, Mr. Mime is great to block the opponent's damage, but since we're running Garbodor, that's not really necessary. We're also gonna go for Mewtwo EX. It looks really powerful, and it is really powerful still in this format. I'm gonna go for two of those. Why not? Because Mewtwo EX is really powerful, and Lucario is weak to Psychic, so we definitely need two. So that's basically our Pokemon line at the moment. The thing we are afraid of is the Pyroar, and Pyroar is actually really easy to stop if we have Garbodor out. Maybe we can run a Raichu line in here as well, but I'm not a really big fan of it. We're also gonna go for the tech cards, I believe, and yeah, here we have one of those, the tech cards, Drifloon, Drifblim. I'm gonna go, actually, if I can get it out, and the Arceus stay back. So we also have a Dedenne, which is great because Yveltal is being played a lot, and this little guy helps us out with that situation. So that's basically it for the Pokemon lines. We also can run one Seismitoad or something in this deck because it's really nice. I'm actually gonna play two of those here, and actually the thing I do is take a lot of Pokemon and then draw out that until we have 60 cards. So actually in the beginning we'll have more than 60 cards, but that's no problem since we'll fix that later on. So we have the Pokemon. Now let's go on to the trainer cards. Really simple. I have all the staples, so we're gonna go for 4 Junipers. There we go, 4 Junipers straight away. Also, this deck is quite aggressive, but we're also gonna go for 4 N, another staple, since I do have all those trainers basically in reverse as well. So we have the N, the 4 Juniper, the 4 N. In this deck we want to have Karina. Gonna go for 1, 2, 3 of those. Could help us out in situations. Those are not reversed, actually quite hard. I want to have him full art. We're also gonna go for 2 Lysander. That could be a need because we're quite an aggressive deck and catching out stuff is great. I'm also gonna go for 1 Skyla in this situation since we do run other Pokemon. We don't want always like getting a fighting Pokemon. What else do we have? Fan Club, Chiron, Sycamore is just the same like Juniper. The thing you should know is that either you play Sycamore or either you play Juniper. You can't play both in one deck. So just make up your mind and get your cards going. Another thing we want is more, since we do run Garbodor, we might run Colress as well. Could be a great situation. So we do have our 4 Juniper, 4 and then we have the Colress. Maybe 2 Colress to start off with. We can lower those at the end of the video. So now for consistency, I'd say like running 2 Ultra Balls to start off with, maybe more. We'll see how it turns out. Max Potion is a great way in this deck since we do run only one energy, and if Landorus EX uses his attack to discarding all his energies, we can use Max Potion later. So we're gonna put 2 in there. Usually if you want to have more or actually less, we'll do that at the end of the video. As I said, just get out everything you really want and then just discard stuff that you don't want to use later on. We have Starling Megaphone. I'm quite not sure about how using it. Maybe I can get one in there and we'll see how it turns out. Also, Hypnotoxic Laser. It's a really aggressive deck, so why not run 4 copies of it? Yeah, there we go. Switch is also a staple in each deck, so 2 switches. Then Bicycle, maybe running 1 for now. Maybe you can actually add in another, but Item Lock is still so popular. Yeah, there we go. We have the Float Stones running 2 since we run Garbodor. Then we also run... yeah, I actually make all my decks like this, getting out a bunch of stuffs from my binders. And just see later on what we can actually discard that we don't really need. So we also have the Silver Bangle. Fighting Stadium is sweet. You can get a Fighting Stadium. And also a Verbank. I'm running the combination like this. And that's basically it. Let's see. Now we're gonna go for the energies. I think the energies are in here. Let's just put them like this. Psychic energies. We want the fighting energies, so the Psychics get away. Psychic is for the next format. Alright, we want 1, 2, 3, 4 fighting energies. I think the regular fighting energies should be an amount of 4, maybe more. Can be added, but we'll see that later on. After my fairy energies, we have our DCEs, which will we'll include. We run 2 Mewtwo's and 2 Seismitoads for now. Let's just put in 2 at the moment. We can add in more if we really want to. For the rest, we also need the strong energies. We need 4 of those since we're running the powerful fighting deck. What the hell is Herbal Energy doing in here? So we're gonna get another one. We have 4 fighting energy, strong energies like this. Then 4 regular ones, so we're at count of 8, 9, 10 energies. Can add in another one, regular fighting energies, 11 energies. I think that will be sufficient for this deck, 11 energies. You can fewer those later, but this is basically all we can. Let's see, the cards are really laying through each other like this, but I'm actually gonna sort things up and I'll come back really soon. Alright guys, I'm back. I sleeved everything up, otherwise this video would take like forever, and as you see, there are a ton of, it looks like a really competitive deck, but the problem actually when I do this method is that I actually have more cards in my deck than I can have, because here are laying like 64. I also added a Professor's Letter in here because it's really great. So I have 64 cards in total in this deck, and you have to have like 60 cards usually. When I do this method, like getting my Pokemon, my trainers, and my energies, I actually have more cards than I need, or actually that I can use. So that's actually something I do now, is check what we can discard. So the thing I see straight away is that we can discard a Max Potion since running 1 is efficient. Let's see what else we can do. We have to discard three more cards, so I would think like discarding one of my... I think I'm gonna go for discarding a Seismitoad. Running 1 is just good enough. So we already discarded 2, so now we only have to discard 2 more cards. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 energies. We can go for 10 if we want to, but then it's not really that consistent with the energy, so we have to discard something else. So the thing I do is look for possible situations where I can discard something. Starling Megaphone is something I can discard since I won't be using it often because I'm really offensive and knock everything out anyway. So I'm gonna get rid of the Starling Megaphone, and then I only have to get rid of 1 more card. Maybe I can get rid of my Landorus or my Hawlucha. It's kind of a tough situation, but I'll go for... what else is in here? We want to be really offensive, so 4 Muscle Band and 4 Hypnotoxic Lasers is a must. And I think I'll actually get rid of... Oh, it's a tough choice actually. I want to get rid of something. Maybe I can just get rid of Hawlucha. It's a really great card, but if I'm not facing EXs in certain situations, it's actually quite terrible. So there we go. We get rid of 4 cards, and that way our deck total is up to 60, which is awesome. So we have 1 tech card, actually a few. We have Seismitoad and Dedenne, also Mewtwo's, and then we have the pure fighting deck with power like this. So hopefully you enjoyed this video of how I personally make a deck. And definitely do this method yourself. It really helps out. Also, I can switch this out for dazzling machine later. That way we can have more max potions, more muscle bands and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it for another episode. So now let's go straight to Poké-News, because that's what something you also want to hear. So let's see. Alright guys, welcome to Poké-News. This week we have 3 things on my list. We started off with the EX Power Trio Tins. These look pretty sick. It's actually the EXs, Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise, which you can get as a tin promo. And they are reprints from the sets, like we have Venusaur and Blastoise from the X and Y set. And then from the Flash Fighter set we have Charizard and EX. So if you want to get yourself one of these awesome looking EXs, definitely get yourself one of these tins. I'll try actually to have an opening video from one of these tins on my channel as well. So you can get one Plasma Blast pack, a Flash Fire pack and 2 Furious Fist packs in these tins. So definitely check them out because they're available right now. The second thing on my list is the Regionals promo, which is Honedge. Yeah, you know the Aegislash, the really awesome Pokemon. Well, the first stage Pokemon, the basic Pokemon Honedge, is available as a Regionals promo. So if you're going to Regionals, you'll actually want to get yourself one of those cards because it looks pretty sweet and it has the stamp of Regionals on it. Alright, now to the last thing on my list, the Gengar Spirit Link Hollow 2-pack blister. Yeah, you heard me right. You can get yourself one of these Phantom Forces cards really early as the Gengar Spirit Link card, which is actually quite useful to test out Mega Gengar, and it's actually available on October 13. Maybe you can see some videos around that has actually the video of it, so to see what the product looks like, because some people actually get the cards before they come out in stores. So what has the 2-pack blister? Well, it has a Flash Fire pack inside, a Furious Fist pack inside, and then the holographic Gengar Spirit Link card. So that's about it for the TCG news and the Poké-News for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to click that like button because you know I always appreciate it, and it actually gives me the motivation to make more videos, and it levels up my Zapdos as well. Yeah, it's true. And you can click here to subscribe. Yeah, if you do that, you'll actually do me a favor because I actually bring out TCG content on a weekly basis, and you guys will be updated when you subscribe immediately. So yeah, that's about it for this video. I'll wrap it up, and thanks again for watching, and I'll be seeing you guys next time. Peace! Hi, if you haven't checked out the previous episode, you should definitely take a look because I'll show you the top 10 decks which are being played at the regional. So that's something to look forward to if you haven't checked it out already. And then you can click here to check out the most valuable cards. I made a video about it a while ago, and if you want to know what cards are worth, go check that video out. And lastly, we have another TCG online match. I do those on a daily basis, and actually the last match I tested out the Fairy Toolbox, which seemed to be a really great deck for regional. So check that out, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.
Now I'm thinking bigger. Fuck the average Joe, boy, you know I'm trying to differ. And so far I think I'm doing it. Anything is possible, and boy, I think I'm proving it. People looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this. Yeah, they looking up to me, I'm really kinda new to this. I got their hands to the ceiling. Boy, it's indescribable, I can't explain this feeling. My life's so appealing, cause boy, I'm living for right now. All you people wearing suits better pipe down. Rest.